Hi everyone, welcome to another episode of Rita's Book Club. This week I'm reviewing Book Lovers by Emily Henry. I only needed to read one of Emily's books to become a huge fan. And then when I read the premises behind her latest novel, I was so excited to read it. Also, give me all the stories with bookstores and people in love with books. So, Nora Stevens' life is books. She's read them all, and she's not that type of heroine. Not the plucky one, not the laid-back dream girl, and especially not the sweetheart. In fact, the only people Nora is a heroine for are her clients, for whom she lands enormous deals as a cutthroat literary agent, and her beloved little sister Libby. Which is why she agrees to go to Sunshine Falls, North Carolina, for the month of August, when Libby begs for her for a sister's trip away. With visions of a small town transformation for Nora, who she's convinced needs to become the heroine in her own story. But instead of picnics in meadows or run-ins with a handsome country doctor or bulging for-harmed bartender, Nora keeps bumping into Charlie Lastra, a bookish, brooding editor from back in the city. It would be meet cute, if not for the fact that they've met many times and it's never been cute. If Nora knows she's not an ideal heroine, Charlie knows he's nobody's hero. But as they are thrown together again and again in a series of coincidences no editor worth their salt would allow, what they discover might just unravel the carefully crafted stories they've written about themselves. I knew Emily Henry wouldn't disappoint me. I just knew it from the very first chapter of the book when we get to see Nora and Charlie meet. I was hooked and I was obsessed with these two, and the anticipation was so high for them to get their shit together and fall in love. And all of it was so perfect. First, the enemies to friends moments we got in the beginning, where we see them trusting each other and just realizing that their personalities are so similar. But all that lingering tension between them was brilliant. And then after that moment of friendship and acting upon the sexual tension between them, we finally see them experience things together. We see them realizing that they want the same things in life and with each other. Through their imperfections, they realize that they are perfect together in spite of what everybody else says about them. They know each other. And in spite of it all, they understand that they have to separate because the moment wasn't the right one for them. Even though in the end they are able to get their timings correct. It's such a beautiful, honest, and relatable love story. That's clearly what drew me in because of how realistic it was. Things weren't perfect. They weren't perfect as individuals, but together they made sense. And don't even get me started on when they started to work together and how in tune they were as editors. What a dream team. It was so perfect. And also a big shout out to all the Bigfoot erotica mentions. That whole part was chef's kiss and so hilarious. I also loved how Emily was able to bring the book tropes we all know and the perfect dig at Hallmark movies, for example, to set the story and also their own personalities. I think that especially in our case, since she's such a bookworm, it's brilliant to see her relate to her certain trope and to consider herself the villain in her own story, but to finally realize that she's just different and that there was someone out there for her right in front of her eyes. And we are able to check mark every single cliche from a small town story. I loved how the author incorporated it all to be as authentic as possible to the trope. Besides the love story between Nora and Charlie, what really made me sob like a baby was actually Nora's relationship with her sister Libby. It was so beautiful to see their relationship, but also to see what happened in their past and how it affected them both so differently as adults. Nora was a romantic about her childhood with her mom, and Libby, on the other hand, was more realistic about it and saw all the cracks in the past. when they talk about it, it was both heartbreaking but also very much needed for them to move forward in life. Honestly, I love this one, and it's possibly one of my favorite romances of this year. As I said in the beginning, give me more books about books with book lovers. It's perfect. As always, if you like this video, please like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. You can also follow me on Instagram at Rita's Book Club for more content. See you next week. Thanks for watching. Happy readings.